So it's a Sunday. Kids are banging around. It's a Sunday, and when I typically see clients, and I had a quick break in between the craziness of my workflow, um, that I wanted to hop on and share, I guess, a conversation that my husband and I were having about how difficult it is to parent during this whole time of quarantine. And um, I'm a therapist, so I think of, if I know that I'm not doing things the best way, I know that if I am like losing my temper with my kids, why I'm doing it. I know that what I'm saying is not necessarily the most helpful thing to do, but I'm still doing it because I'm not perfect, and also because there are needs that aren't being met, which cause me to not be the most rational. Like if you're tired, if you're stressed, if you're scared, if you're hungry, if you're overworked, if you're worried about finances or day to day things, if you're like completely overwhelmed with the amount of work you have or the lack of work that you have, getting your kids together on a schedule, the immense amount of guilt that we feel as parents that we're not providing enough for our kids, whether it's that we're not great homeschoolers, we may not have the resources for them to be successful. Our kids may just not want to do the work, and we have no idea how to motivate them. And we feel kind of helpless and stuck because this is completely out of our wheelhouse. And I just want to say, like, you're not alone. Like, I am trained in this. I've been working with kids for nearly 20 years, and I'm still like, what the heck am I doing sometimes? Because this is a completely new situation. This is a completely new scenario. No one knows what this is like. No one's ever expected this. And so we need to kind of practice a little bit of compassion for ourselves, and also know when just to tap out. We can always come back and apologize to our kids for losing our temper or for not knowing or for feeling frustrated. But it's important for us to still be in that space to be able to do that. So if you're lucky enough to have a spouse, a partner, anybody who's co-parenting, any other support systems, I would say that one of the things that my husband and I agreed on was that we have a safe word when things are insane. If we feel ourselves rising and bubbling up, if we feel completely overwhelmed, that we make up a safe word. Because whatever it is that our kids are doing, and whether it's the whining, the crying, the refusal, the mean words, whatever, that you feel, that response to that is exactly how they're feeling. Like we're mirroring each other. And we as adults typically have more skills to be able to manage that than a kid does. And so in order for us to be efficient, loving, nurturing parents, we need to know when to take ourselves out of, the formula for disaster. And one of those is if you have the support, shout out a code word, a safe word, and then switch off. Pre-pandemic, we would say I need to tap out. But now it's at a point where I think our safe word is bananas. And that's what we're going to do. And it's the same thing that I would do in sessions with kids when we start talking about something that's really difficult for them to talk about, something that's really triggering or bringing something up, and they don't feel like they have the ability to kind of manage and regulate themselves, that they come up with their own symbol, whether it's a sign, a gesture, or a code word with me, a safe word, and they say that, and then I back off and we go on to something else. We acknowledge that that happened. We don't act like it didn't happen. We acknowledge that it happened. We acknowledge that it was uncomfortable. I praise for, them being there, experiencing the difficulty and kind of moving on. And it's the same for us. There's no way for us to be effective parents if we're going to kind of numb and forget that sometimes we're going to lose our cool. Losing our cool is completely normal. It's fine. but it's also, because it's natural and it's human, but it's also important for us to say, okay, well, that happened. Why did it happen? And how can I, hopefully prevent that from happening as frequently? So my one thing I want you guys to take away from this is like you're not alone. If you feel overwhelmed and you do have a supportive person with you, is come up with like some kind of safe word. When you're overwhelmed with the kids, shout it out. You get some tap out. Um, so I hope that that's helpful. And hang in there, y'all. Take care.